In today's video, the drama unfolds as Ranbir, now known as KK, prepares to marry Tashu, but memories of Prachi refuse to fade, haunting him through every ritual. Poorvi storms out in tears, only for RV to chase after her, teasing her in a moment filled with tension and unspoken emotions. Monisha burns with jealousy as she overhears them, vowing to destroy Poorvi once and for all. Meanwhile, danger brews in the background. Amar Dayal secretly plots to ruin the wedding, while Monisha goes a step further, poisoning the starters made by Prachi and Poorvi. As Tashu praises Prachi and Poorvi's kindness, unaware of the danger ahead, Harleen's suspicion grows. But before anyone can uncover the truth, chaos erupts. Bhagya slips, Poorvi rushes to help, and Harleen lashes out at her again, unaware that Monisha's evil plan is about to strike. Love, jealousy, and revenge intertwine, and one deadly secret could turn this wedding into a nightmare. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for daily updates on your favorite Z World series. Now let's dive in. The episode begins with KK, Ranbir, and Tashu coming down the stairs for their wedding ceremony. Pundit G welcomes them and asks them to take their seats. The rituals begin, and as they exchange garlands, Ranbir recalls his past marriage with Prachi. Seeing this, Poorvi walks away emotionally, and RV follows her. RV teases Poorvi about people thinking they're in love, which annoys her. Monisha, who overhears them, becomes furious. Later, Monisha confronts RV for getting close to Poorvi. RV insists that Poorvi is only his wife in front of everyone and questions why Monisha doesn't trust him. She claims she doesn't trust Poorvi instead. RV tells her to decide whether she wants to support him or not before they continue talking. Meanwhile, Amar Dayal secretly plans to stop the wedding, saying he wants people to believe Tasha's father forced her into marriage, so she'll return home in 2 weeks. Kushi later warns RV to stay away from Poorvi, but RV provokes her, saying he enjoys seeing her angry. Arman joins the conversation, and a tense exchange follows about ideal marriages, leaving Kushi upset. At the wedding, Monisha plots against Poorvi again. She deliberately makes Poorvi trip and fall, but when Ranbir tries to help, Tasha stops him, reminding him that the ceremony must not be interrupted. Dia and Kushi help Poorvi away, while Harleen notices Monisha smiling and becomes suspicious. In the end, Harleen confronts Monisha and Deepika, revealing that she knows Monisha was the one who made Poorvi fall intentionally. Harleen warns Monisha not to cause any trouble, reminding her that Poorvi's respect is their family's respect since she is now their Bahu. She also tells her that Prachi and her family have taken full responsibility for the wedding arrangements and catering, so she must not do anything that would bring shame to Poorvi. After Harleen leaves, Monisha vows to humiliate Poorvi by making everyone fall sick from the food prepared by her mother. Deepika warns her to behave, but Monisha arrogantly insists she isn't afraid of Harleen's threats. Elsewhere, Kushi asks Poorvi if she is truly happy. Poorvi smiles and says she is very happy, explaining that RV takes great care of her. Kushi is relieved, but when RV arrives and shows concern for Poorvi, she points out how caring he is. After they leave, RV wonders why he even asked about her well-being, while Kushi quietly observes. Vaishali later urges Monisha to walk faster, and Monisha secretly calls someone to deliver the poison. Prachi approaches to check if they need help, but Monisha dismisses her politely, then admits to Deepika that she feels slightly guilty for poisoning the food, but she'll still do it to destroy Poorvi. Meanwhile, Kushi thanks RV for taking care of Poorvi, but RV shocks her by claiming that Poorvi is actually very unhappy. He says he used to torture her and urges Kushi to ask Poorvi privately if she doesn't believe him, leaving Kushi horrified. When Poorvi enters, RV smirks and tells her that her sister worries too much about her. At the mandip, Pundit G asks for ghee. While Kushi goes to bring it, Dia suggests everyone enjoy a dance performance. Poorvi and RV begin dancing together, but Kushi, disturbed by RV's words, abruptly stops the music. Meanwhile, Tashu recalls Ranbir's promises after their marriage and feels happy that he chose her. As the preparations continue, Amar Dayal's guard accidentally bumps into someone, causing a commotion near the mandip. Prachi arrives to help with the decorations, and Ranbir, hearing her voice, instinctively removes his Sarah to look for her. Monisha receives the poison from the driver, who warns her about its strength. Determined, she vows that Poorvi will soon face something beyond her worst dreams. Just then, Prachi notices Tashu's dupatta catch fire and quickly puts it out, saving her from harm. Harleen instructs RV to untie the gap bandhan as the mandip is being reset, and he does so. When RV tries to help Poorvi with the decorations, she refuses his assistance. Kushi, already on edge, assumes RV is mistreating her sister. Dada scolds RV for his behavior, but Harman intervenes, telling Dadu to let the couple handle their own issues. Vikrant notices Monisha's strange behavior and tells Deepika that she must be planning something, warning that people might start suspecting her connection with RV. Deepika becomes defensive and storms off. Later, Arman teases RV that Kushi doesn't seem to like him. RV smirks and replies that he made her dislike him on purpose. Anyone who doesn't like him, he doesn't like either, leaving Arman surprised by his attitude. Ashok instructs the chef to add more almonds to the dish, but the chef refuses. Divya mentions that Prachi and Poorvi prepared 2 of the items. Outside the kitchen, Monisha waits for the chance to poison the starters made by Prachi and Poorvi. As Vishaka chats with Ashok about cooking, the chef realizes he forgot to add saffron and steps out to get it. Once Vishaka receives a call and leaves the area, Monisha sneaks inside and mixes poison into the starters. Meanwhile, Vaishali takes Tashu to her room, pretending to help but trying to poison her mind instead. She blames Prachi's family for the earlier mandip mishap. However, Tashu refuses to be influenced, expressing gratitude to Prachi for saving her life and praising both Prachi and Poorvi. She calls Prachi selfless and pure-hearted, recalling how Poorvi once saved people during a fire accident. Prachi enters and checks if Tashu is fine, offering to bring her another dupatta. Elsewhere, RV teases Poorvi after their dance. Poorvi warns that she'll settle scores with him later, while RV playfully remarks that he heard her. As Vaishali tries to find her way out, she meets Monisha and tells her how Tashu praised Poorvi as if she were her own daughter. Monisha coldly replies that Tashu will soon scold Poorvi once people start falling ill from the poisoned food. Harleen appears and rebukes Vaishali for being around Monisha, reminding her that Prachi is family and must be supported. Vaishali leaves, while Monisha pretends innocence. Meanwhile, Dadu calls Harman and Jaswant to settle their argument, asking them to avoid fueling any further fights. Poorvi arrives and offers Dadu something to eat, mentioning she and Prachi prepared paneer and a strawberry smoothie. Dadi advises her to serve it later, after the mandip setup is complete. Elsewhere, Gajendra allows Amar Dayal's guards inside, unaware of their true intentions. One guard secretly messages Amar Dayal to save him. Amar Dayal arrives, sends his guards to the office, and continues plotting Tasha's kidnapping. RV confronts Monisha, accusing her of making Poorvi fall earlier out of jealousy. He warns her to stop, insisting he has no interest in Poorvi. Meanwhile, Prachi helps Tashu fix her bindi and expresses a strange sense of protectiveness toward her, saying she feels as if Tashu is her own. Tashu admits she feels safe around Prachi. Prachi then leaves to fetch a chunari from home, but spots suspicious guards on her way out. At the same time, Amar Dayal instructs his men to hire professional kidnappers, but they argue there's no time and insist on carrying out the plan themselves in disguise. Gajendra confronts Amar Dayal, accusing him of being a drug dealer and warning that once he gains power, Amar's illegal activities will end. Enraged and humiliated, Amar Dayal storms off. Meanwhile, Biji slips, and Poorvi quickly rushes to help her, supporting her to a chair and trying to adjust her injured foot. Harleen arrives just then and, misunderstanding the situation, scolds Poorvi harshly for touching Biji and blames her for the incident. Harleen scolds Poorvi for touching Dottie, doubting her competence, but Dottie insists her foot is fine and hugs Poorvi, praising her for easing the pain. Guests applaud Poorvi as an ideal Bahu. Dadu and Dottie bless her and joke about living many more years. RV, moved, watches as the elders heap praise on Poorvi. He later tries to apply ointment, but Poorvi refuses his help and tells him she wants nothing from him. Not love, care, help, or hatred. He coldly replies that she shouldn't expect his help, and she answers in kind. Harman, impressed by Poorvi's kindness, tells Harleen she's a good person. Harleen warns him not to let sympathy cloud his judgment, reminding him of RV's motives and the family's reputation. Harman protests that Poorvi hasn't done anything wrong. Vaishali challenges Harleen's stance, but Harleen insists family honor comes first. Kushi approaches Harleen to speak about the past. Harleen feigns not remembering her, then says she keeps the past buried, but invites Kushi to speak if she must. Kushi hesitates, recalling RV's earlier threat, and leaves when Arman calls. Monisha and Deepika continue plotting. Monisha boasts about the terror she'll unleash so guests regret attending, hinting the poison starters will make people sick. Deepika protests and worries about her own family's safety. Monisha bitterly blames Poorvi for all she lost and refuses to show fear. Deepika fears Harleen will discover her connection to Monisha and oust her from the household. Tension rises across the house. Praise and warmth for Poorvi in public, and darker schemes and guarded conversations unfolding in the wings.